Now we will move on to second question of exercise 6.2. In figure 6.29 you can see it in your book. If AB is parallel to CD. Here it is given AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. CD is parallel to EF. And the angle Y is to Z is equal to 3:7. That is this angle Y and this angle Z. The ratio of these two angles is given as 3:7. We have to find the value of X. So the only information given in the question is the two lines are parallel to each other. That is AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. That means all the three lines are parallel to each other according to the theorem we have seen earlier. And one more information is given, that is the ratio between these two angles Y and Z is equal to 3:7. Now if you are able to see in the figure, this Y and this Z is not having any relation. It is neither corresponding angles nor alternate interior angles nor co-interior angles. To get the relation, what we are going to do is we are going to find vertically opposite angle over here and let us name it as Y dash. Let us name it as Y dash. So first step is, what is the first step? First step is always given. So in given you write what is given. AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. This is given, and Y is to Z is equal to 3:7. To find, we have to find the angle value of X. Proof. So first step 1, stepwise if you are going to write, it will be very useful for you. Step 1 you write. Step 1 will be starting from the ratio given over here. So first you will be writing AB is parallel to CD is parallel to EF, and there you will be writing Y is equal to Y dash. In bracket you will be writing vertically opposite angle. Let Y is equal to Y dash is equal to 3x and Z is equal to 7x. In bracket you write Y is to Z is equal to 3:7. Now we know the relation between Y dash and Z now. What is the relation? They are the co-interior angles. So you write now Y dash plus Z is equal to 180 degree in bracket co-interior angles. Now what is Y dash? 3x plus 7x is equal to 180 degree. 10x is equal to 180 degree, or x is equal to 18 degree. Now after finding the value of x, we will be finding Y dash. So what is Y dash? Y dash is equal to 3x. So which is equal to 3 into 18 degree, which is equal to 54 degree. And coming to Z, Z is equal to 7x, which is equal to 7 into 18 degree, which is equal to 7 8s are 56, which is 126 degree. Now we are come to know the value of Y dash and Z. So you immediately write the angle with pencil over here. So Y dash is 54 degree and Z is 126 degree. Now can you say any relation between X and Z? Since AB is parallel to EF, I can say angle X and Z are alternate angles. So X will also be equal to 126 degree. Reason alternate angles. So you will be writing over here AB is parallel to EF. Therefore X is equal to Z in bracket alternate angles. Therefore X is equal to 126 degree. Hope you understood. I will explain once again. It is given over here in the figure. AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. Two lines are parallel to the same line. That means all the three lines are parallel to each other. And next it is given Y is to Z is equal to 3:7. And we have to find the value of X. Here the angle Y is over here and Z is given over here. the ratio of these two angles is given as 3:7. But if you are going to observe the figure, there is no relation between y and z. In order to bring the relation, I am going to find one more angle over here, y dash, which is the vertically opposite angle of y. So I can write it now, y dash is to z is equal to 3:7. So let y dash be 3x and z be 7x. So 3x plus 7x is equal to 180 degree, because we know these two angles are co-interior angles or supplementary angles. So 10x is equal to 180 degree or x is equal to 18. After getting the value of x, we will find y dash. Y dash is equal to 3x, or y, that is equal to 3 into 18, which is equal to 54 degree. And z is equal to 7x. 7 into 18 degree is equal to 126 degree. Now we know the value of y dash and z. Please write it over there with pencil, so it will be easy for you. Now find the relationship between x and z. Can you say the relationship between x and z? These two angles are alternate angles. Therefore, x is also equal to 126 degree. Reason you have to write it in the bracket that they are alternate angles. Thus, if you do the question stepwise, it will be very easy for you and you will not commit any mistake over here. So, step 1 I given the parallel lines, and for step 2 I have given the ratio over here. This is step 2 and this is step 1. So, and finally write the answer whatever is asked. Now, moving on to question number 3. In figure 6.30, if AB is parallel to CD. Now, it is given in the question. This we see the figure, AB is parallel to CD and EF is perpendicular to CD. This is C. EF is perpendicular to CD and this angle GED is given as 126 degree. Find angle AGE. I have shaded over here blue, AGE and GEF. This is GEF and FGE. Three different colors. See, these colors are shaded, whichever angle you have to find out. In the exam also you shade like this, so it will be easy for you. Three angles you have to find. Only three informations are given in the question. First one is AB is parallel to CD, so we can use the parallel line properties. Second one, EF is perpendicular to CD. Third one, angle GED is equal to 126 degree. So first I am going to write step 1. First I will write given. So what is given? AB is parallel to CD. Second one, EF is perpendicular to CD. And third one, it is GED is equal to angle GED is equal to 126 degree. These three informations are given in the question. You have to write it in given. Next, to find. So whenever you have to find some angles, you write to find. If something has to be proved, you will be writing to prove. Now what you have to find? First one angle AGE, second one angle GEF, and third one angle FGE. So as I said earlier, do it in stepwise. So step 1 I am going to do. What is step 1? Whatever you know the information, you do now. Now you know the parallel line property. AB is parallel to CD. So you start. AB is parallel to CD, and now this GE is the transversal. GE is the transversal. So I can say angle AGE is equal to angle GED in bracket alternate angles. So see the figure I marked like this. This AGE is equal to GED, this whole angle, because this is acting as a transversal now. So this whole angle, these two angles will become a alternate angles. Therefore this is equal to angle AGE is equal to, since this angle is given in the question as 126 degree, I will be writing it as 126 degree. So first we have found angle AGE. So you can write it with pen or pencil over here. So this angle is 126 degree. Next, coming to FGE. FGE, if you are going to see over here, this AB is acting as a straight line. So therefore these two blue and orange color, these shaded angles will become a linear pair. So step 2 you will be writing, since AB is a line, Since AB is a line, angle AGE plus angle FGE is equal to 180 degree. In bracket you write linear pair. Now you know what is AGE. AGE is equal to 126 degree plus FGE I have to find out is equal to 180 degree, or angle FGE is equal to 180 degree minus 126 degree, which is equal to 54 degree. So now you have found FGE as 54. So write it with pencil over here. Now coming to the first, so out of the given question we have found two angles. Now we have to find the third angle GEF. So we write it as step 3. So in step 3, how to find GEF? So this GEF is nothing but 90 plus GEF is equal to 126 degree. This whole GED is given as 126 degree, but we are asked to find only this GEF, this blue shaded one. So I can write angle GED is equal to, can be splitted as angle GEF plus angle FED. So 126 degree is equal to, what is GEF? I have to find out. You know what is FED? FED is 90 degree. So therefore GEF is equal to 126 minus 90 degree, which is equal to 36 degree. So we have found all the three angles now. So I'll explain once again. It is given AB is parallel to CD, first information. Second information is given FE is perpendicular to CD. And the third information is given as angle GED is equal to 126 degree. And you are asked to find all these three angles over here. So for that, first I am going to use the first information. AB is parallel to CD and GE is the transversal. If the two lines are parallel, then alternate angles are equal. Therefore, angle AGE is equal to angle GED. So I marked over here. So both will be equal to 126. So this angle is 126. Immediately you write it with pencil over here. This is the first angle we have found. Now moving on to step 2. AB is a line. So these two angles can be a linear pair. So sum of these two angles is 180 degree. We know one angle. So therefore we can find the other angle by subtracting 126 from 180, which is equal to 54 degrees. So two angles are over. Now coming to this angle, third angle over here, sum of these two angles is given as 126 degree, but one angle is given as 90 degree. So this blue shaded angle, this can be found by subtracting 190 from 126, which is equal to 36 degree. So all the three angles we have found over here. This also you can write it over here as 36 degree. So geometry, when you draw the figure, understand the question, it's very easy to do if you do stepwise. Now coming to question number 4, you can look at the figure. If PQ is parallel to ST, that is PQ is parallel to ST, these two lines are parallel given over here, and angle PQR, this angle is R. PQR is equal to 110 degree and angle RST is equal to 130 degree. You have to find angle QRS. This angle you have to find. This question is very important question. So you have very easy also. You can do it very easily. Please concentrate. What is given? So first you write given. What is given? PQ is parallel to ST and angle PQR is equal to 110 degree and angle RST is equal to 130 degree. Next, to find, what you are going to find? Angle QRS. So let it be equal to angle 4. Now what I am going to do is I am going to do a construction over here. This line PQ, I am going to produce it to L such that PL is parallel to ST. Already this line is parallel. Just I am going to produce this line over here. I am going to produce PQ as QL parallel to ST. So you write the construction over here. So whenever you do some construction, you have to write the construction. Produce PQ to 2QL parallel to ST. Now proof. So in the figure you can see I named this angle as angle 1. Can you say the relationship between angle 1 and 130 degree? Yes, angle step 1 you write. Step 1 is angle 1 plus 130 degree is equal to 180 degree in bracket co-interior angles. Also you are going to write PQ, PL is parallel to ST. Since PL is parallel to ST, we have produced by construction angle 130 degree plus angle 130 degree plus angle 1 will be equal to 180 degree because they are co-interior angles. This is step 1. So angle 1 will be equal to 180 degree minus 130 degree, which is equal to 50 degree. Now coming to step 2. If you are going to observe in the figure, angle 1 and 2 are vertically opposite angles because these two lines are crossing each other, intersecting each other. That is, line PL and line SR are intersecting each other. So vertically opposite angles will be equal. So step 2 will be angle 1 is equal to angle 2 in bracket you write vertically opposite angles. So angle 2 will be equal to just now we have found angle 1 as 50 degree. So angle 2 will be equal to 50 degree. So this is step 2. Now coming to step 3. You are going to observe that this is a straight line. PL is a straight line and 110 degree and angle 3 are forming a linear pair. So you write PL is a straight line. Therefore angle 3 plus 110 is equal to 180 degree bracket linear pair, or angle 3 is equal to 180 degree minus 110 degree, that is equal to 70 degree. Now if you are going to observe this triangle, you know angle 3, you know angle 2. I can very easily find this angle QRS by angle sum property of a triangle. So I explain you once again. It is given in the question PQ is parallel to ST and this PQR is given as 110 degree and RST is given as 130 degree. You are asked to find QRS. So whatever the information is given, first you write. Our construction will be, we are going to produce this line PQ to QL parallel to ST. So if you are going to observe this angle 1 and 130 degree, as these two lines are parallel over here, they are forming the co-interior angles. So angle 1 plus 130 degree will be equal to 180 degree. So angle 1 will be equal to 50 degree. So you have to write the reason over here as co-interior angles. Now looking at over here, angle 1 and 2 will be vertically opposite angles. So angle 2 will also be equal to 50 degree. Reason you write vertically opposite angles. Now step 3, if you are going to observe over here, PL is a line, so 110 degree plus this angle 3 will be a linear pair. So angle 3 will be equal to 180 degree minus 110 degree, which is equal to 70 degree. Now if you are going to consider this triangle, you can name this as PQM also here. PQRM, this is forming a triangle. In this triangle, you know two angles. I can find the third angle by angle sum property. So now I can write in triangle QRM. Step 4 you write in triangle QRM, angle 3 plus angle 4 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree in bracket angle sum property. So what is angle 3? Angle 3 just now we have found by linear pair, which is 70 degree. Angle 4 you have to find out. Angle 2 is 50 degree. So which is equal to 180 degree, or angle 4 will be equal to 180 minus 120 degree, which is equal to 60 degree. What is angle 4? You can write it as QRS. Angle QRS is equal to 60 degree. So it's very easily you can find this angle by angle sum property.